Hello, 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 everyone. How are we doing? RVRL Season 2, Week 2, Division 3. We're back. It's Honk. Now, I just now turned on my webcam. We're gonna see if this goes properly. That did not. We'll get that fixed. But for now, we've got the for now, we got the previous standings from last week. Division 3, Lopesca out in the lead, first place, strong showing. But it did seem like a couple people might catch him. Tova in that second, fighting with Jeromu for third. Tova with the Emperor, our only Emperor warrior in Division 3. We have had a couple other Emperors, you will remember. You will definitely remember. But Tova was our Emperor leader with a second place, showing that you can go with some off-meta picks and still make things happen. Now, what do we have for today, you might be wondering? You know, I could show the track list, I could show the car list, but you know what? I don't think anyone here really needs that. How we doing, chat? I see y'all in here. A lot of familiar names. It is the one, the only, the Friday night IO session. Privyet Roddick. There's gonna be pickups on stock pros, stock tracks, all the way through. And can I just say again, pickups on. Today is Wednesday, but it's the same session as they do on Friday nights EU time in IO. Of course, Roddick. Okay, so we are loading up. It is Mahim time, indeed. Lobby is starting to fill up. I'm sure I'm loading up the game right now, and we'll be in just a moment. So good to see you all here. Division 3. We've got 3 divisions represented in the RVRL. Thank you very much, Roddick. We've got Division 3 on Wednesday, Division 2 on Friday, and Division 1 on Saturday. So, Division 3 has the distinct pleasure of being the guinea pigs for the week. They set the pace. How will it go? How will it play out? It all starts here in Division 3, but this week, like I said, going to be a classic. Welcome in Islam. Now let me get the game for y'all. Okay. Hi Twitch! Okay. And our lobby, Roddick, Kondrakov, Filho, Wallison, both of them from Brazil. We got Lopesca, I'm sure. Kotick. Sure. Oh, yep. We got Kotick. We got Roddick. We got Berdang. Latino America going wild for Berdang. Saw a bunch of you. Shout out ROG. Ewan. I think we got G-Force. Shout out to y'all. Whole bunch of people in here. Hope y'all are enjoying where the action is just about to begin, which is where the true enjoyment should begin. And if we've got some off-meta fans, you might just like to see Lopesca on the Cougar, Kondrakov on the Hummer. It is not going to be a full Toyota lobby. In fact, we even have a wild Jeromu on the Ameve. You know, G-Force, I'm thinking the same thing, except instead of La Ratita, I'm thinking La Ponga. That's kind of what I'm thinking is La Ponga. We need La Ponga. But we do have the MV with Cougar, Hama, and Toyeka. Goterra would love to see this. A Cougar coming out. Likely not going to be seeing many more Cougars in Division 2 or Division 1, so this is Terra's one chance. We might see a Ponga at some point. Oh my goodness, the host of a Division 3 today, Ertzu, in the chat, checking me. Alright, Ertzu. Let's see it then. Let's see it. Ertzu, okay. Ertzu knows. I believe it. I believe it. Let's see it. So, I for one actually think that Hama could in fact do quite well in this type of a lobby because it's got great acceleration, great recovery because of its very responsive turning, let's say. Sometimes extremely unresponsive, but oftentimes responsive turning. So with pickups on, I would actually think that Hama could hold its own if the Hama driver is good enough. But we do only see one Hama, Kondrakov, holding the weight of Hama fans worldwide on his shoulders as we go into first race, Toys and Hood 1. Yeah, we do. We are a bit light on players, Rod. Okay. Kondrakov and Lopeska getting rewarded for their picks by being sent to the very back of the field. Yes, I have it up and running. Thank you, Lampert. I, for one time in my life, have remembered one thing, and that was the one thing. So I got that. Cheers. We already hop in here. Kotick. Go for a little air. Lopeska swerving straight through the competition right away. Jeromu up there with the MEV, making it work. Let's see it. Let's see it. It's in second place here, up against Kippy, previous Division 1 racer. So this is definitely not going to be an easy fight for Jeromu. Now you will notice there is a shortcut there. I think the Rockets made it so Jeromu did not feel comfortable taking it. But that will oftentimes be the decider on this track. Can you hit that shortcut every single time? And we will see. Kippy, early 40-meter lead. Loves to see the AMW in the rearview mirror there. Walliston, Lopeska and the Cougar, Tova, Titan. Oh, it's a crazy wreck. That might have been Kotick. No, that was Walliston. We see Lopeska go for the shortcut. He does nail it, but not without having the bomb pass to him. Now, Kotick is going to lose in that a lot more than Lopeska is, especially if he can nail it. He does have to reset, but he gets a nice zap, so he secures, tries to. Shockwave, only going to hit him, seemingly. Trying to zap some more. Kotick going to get sent way down there. A whole bunch of cars fighting for the backfield. But in the meantime, Kippy, 100 meters on Jeromu. Titan trying to find him. And this is just a Toyeka versus AMW 1v1 right now, which should favor Titan. But Jeromu has been putting in work. Okay, and we see only a few people going for the shortcut. Jeromu wrecked. out of nowhere. I guess I was on the shortcut. I was a little distracted by the anime lyrics. We do have Zap. Now, fortunately for Jerome, he didn't fall down. But we do have a big, just blob here of racers. I'm going to try to catch all of that backfield if we can. It looks like I missed most of it. We got the oil. We're going to flip back towards the front here. Kippy, 100 meters. Titan, 30 meters. Out ahead of Jeromu. So the fight is still on. Lopeska and Jeromu. Cougar versus AMW. Now, he does have the bomb on Jeromu, going to dodge the shortcut entirely, though, which will give Lopeska a huge window in, especially if he can get favorable bounce. Not the most favorable of bounces, I would describe that as. And Jeromu just taking it completely safe. So, there we go. Lopeska, Tova. The fight is on, though, and this is an iconic moment. For all stock tracks, trying to get up. Roddick, he barely does. Burdang, he might have beat out Inigo. I think that was an Inigo dub. Oh my. Okay, so Roddick Burdang lost to Inigo, who barely lost to Roddick. We also had Kotick in there. It's kind of a roulette wheel finish. Yeah, good to see Kippy making it in today and starting it off strong. Got Lopeska up in there too. Wallyson is ready. Wallyson is amped up. Wallyson said, give me my revolt and give it to me right now. It's Supermarket 2 time. We've got 10 laps. We do have a spectator joining. It's Toyekin time. And around we go. You know what I mean? To Supermarket 2. Wallyson is amped. Best track coming. It's going to come down to strategy. Pickup strategy coming into play here. Will they use their pickups? I'm thinking of a specific pickup. One very specific pickup. But it could be a number of pickups. But I'm thinking of one in specific that is going to be very impactful on this race. It's also very impactful on the global economy. The same pickup. The ball, exactly. Yes, the ball bearing. That was the one. Okay. The star. I was actually thinking of the water balloon. Okay, we are ready though. And Jeromu and the AMW. I'm excited to see if Jeromu can do this. Because when I've played on the AMW in Supermarket 2, it's not been a very forgiving track to me. We'll see if Jeromu can make it happen. Thank you, Steve Scamp. And there it is. There's one pickup that is, yeah. And there it is again. There's our loved oil. Two of them gonna come out. Not at the best spots, I will say. They're not the most impactful oils. We got Tova, Inigo. Wallyson 40 meters back. Already a duel for first. Has erupted. Inigo gonna be hitting that fake. Zap, Star, Rockets, the whole 9 yards. Inigo is gonna go ahead and get a couple people there. Lopeska has switched off the Cougar, and the Zaps they're live. Well, let's see Tova. There is an oil on the play, and there's a second oil. And let's see how they're going to adapt to that. We've got Jeromu just going to wall bang it right off with the Zap and holds very cool moves. Now the exit doesn't work out very well, but I do think that was some good execution there. He's going to hold on to 7th despite some misfortune coming his way. Lap 3 of 10. The oil, another very nice oil for going to be giving Burdang a little present as we go around once more. The oil gone, but the rocket's still out. Titan going to get some unfavorable spins, dodge some rockets. Kotick, Titan, Jeromu. Now let's see the front field. We got Tova, 75 meters in the lead. He's been running strong in Division 3 in general with the 2nd place finish last week, and he's also been running strong so far in this race. That lead has shrunk against Lopesca, 30 meters now. Will we see any more oil adaptations? We see the fake. Cam is going to be sent flying. Lopesca tries to pass the bomb, can't quite do it. Oil on the blind part of that shortcut, we can call it. Lopesca, very favorable bounce on the bomb. Rockets trained on him, excellent turning, just a little bit of a veer right when they're shot, and boom, a second oil right on the back. This is brilliant play from Lopesca. 80, 90 meters lead on Tova. He is going to have a zap. Tova does, trying to catch, not really catch anybody, trying to not get caught rather, and that is going to be Kondrakov who gets caught in the Humma. Kippy trying to make some headway. Oil, brilliant. Okay, Kondrakov lost in the ice. And as we flip forward, yeah, looking like a win for Lopesca. Oh, okay, I thought that was Tova. It's actually Berdango in the battery zone as he heads into the ice. Tova, woo. Okay, it's going to be enough. I think that was a fake out of Tova. Maybe a bomb from Kippy, but I think that was just a fake out of Tova, and it works. Finds him 2nd place, locks it down for him. Wallison trying to catch Kondrakov here. Final turn, not going to do too much. Kotick on the shockwave, and he does find the pass on Roddick. Jeromu lost in the ice. My experience exactly on the AMWs, fighting off Fielho. And the ice has claimed another Ameve. Shout out to chat. Yeah, I mean, look, Jeromu might not have worked on this race, but I think if Jeromu keeps rocking that AMW, big things could happen. Big things could happen. So I personally, for one, would like to see that continuing. Supermarket's not the track for that. You know, it's just not the track for it. Ice Hater AMW, thank you, Islam. Jeromu sticking to the AMW, massive shout out. Kondrakov sticking on the Humma as well. Emewewe on ice, enough said. Shout out Walele. Lopather Realm, okay. Y'all are going crazy. All right, so we got Jeromu vision here in the AMV. It's not going to work out. Quick little oil, but now he's in the predatory position, you know, from like an animal, kind of biological type deal, not like a. But anyways, another beautiful oil in the dark. Roddick versus Lopesca, but Roddick with the battery, he's gonna skate right on out of there. It says, see ya. Is Lopesca continuing through. Burdang. In third, we got the Burdango fans. Gotta be happy about that. Berdang third. Meanwhile, Roddick versus Lopezka. Roddick swerving! Roddick is swerving. Lopezka takes it right through the cut. They both got rockets. Now, Roddick lost a lot of time trying to dodge a Lopezka rocket that never came out, but he's going to shoot right away. This time it is going to collide. Roddick 180, shoots again. Lopezka got a double flip, and extremely favorable for Roddick. Now, that's good for Lopezka, too. He does make a nice recovery, all things considered, but Berdang says, goodbye. Goodbye. And with the battery, too, the Berdang special battery zap in perfect tandem, and away he goes. But he does get turned around in that little corridor right before the planetarium. Shout out to GeForce, who taught me the word planetarium many months ago. Shout out to GeForce. I still remember that moment to this day. Lopezka still in third, Kotick in fourth, Kippy fifth, Kondrakov sixth. Beautiful oil on the play. Kondrakov able to put that Hummer recovery to good use. Kotick zapping Lopezka. He's been sent down once again. Kippy in fourth. I did not know what a planetarium is. But moving swiftly along, we've got Roddick almost 100 meters ahead. Berdang almost shooting himself with rockets. He continues to cycle. Kotick versus Kippy with the battery. Kippy doesn't go for the wall ride. Understandably so. With that battery, the balloon is gonna hit. Cues up another battery. He says, let's go, Kotick. And the Berdang special. The battery into the zap. The reverse Berdang. I don't know. Roddick has lost his lead entirely. And Berdang's gonna zap into a battery. And he says, goodbye. The amount of batteries in this race is too damn high. When we are beginning the final lap. Okay. The double zap. Berdang has had a battery. It was the very tail end of the battery, but I think he spun out during it. He must have. Or maybe oh, the water balloons are not going to collide with Roddick. And the pressure heating up for Berdang. He does spin out right before the shortcut. Kippy going to pass him up. He's got another pickup queued up, and it is gonna be a motherfucking battery. And he tries to get it, and he right for the star, and he hits it. He can't stop Roddick, but he can stop Kippy, and he finishes. Incredible. Lopezka in the 5th place. The legend. Titan in 6th, Kondrakov in 7th. Indigo 8th. Oh, versus Tova here. We haven't seen Tova at all in this race. A beautiful shockwave from Indigo that does, in fact, have an area of effect around the car, too. So he does cause some disruption there. Jeromu fighting out Fieldhill once again. This time it does look like Jeromu aiming for it. He does. Through some defensive driving. And Wallyson. Nick saying, Ertzu check CHT tag. And Latino America is going crazy for Berdang. All of Revolt is going crazy for Berdang. Berdangaranga is Chad. Botanical Garden. AMW, Kondrakov and the Hummer. We continue. Lopezka with no batteries. Wait, no batteries? Welcome into Iraq. Jeromu Nice start. Tova gets a pole though, and he's going to try to run away with it right here up against Lopeska though, and he does have the zap. Now keep in mind, pickup percentages do change based on your position in the race, and being in first and grabbing a pickup, I believe, is your best chance of grabbing a zap. So not that insane for him to get that zap, but it does damn hurt when you're in the battle for first. And the first place racer, it says, hello, I have a zap. And we got Inigo in second, Kondrakov in third. Inigo is going to aim for something, but he does spin out on the incline. So now some defensive driving against that Hummer by Kondrakov. Berdang. Star comes out, and it does look like it was Tova who grabbed it. Excellent driving by Tova. Risks it for the Star. Shockwave going to collide, but favorable bounce. Berdang trying to catch with the zap. Can't quite do it. Cycling for more. Tova had a battery. Good call, good call. Might have been someone else with that Star. Inigo, Kondrakov. What do they have? What's up their sleeves? It is a double zap. Spike strip for Berdang. He did have a battery, and so he's going to get out of that, but then he gets zapped again. Oil, not going to impact at all. Shockwave, however, going to put in some work. Tova, meanwhile, very far in the lead. Kotick passes up into second. Keep in mind, MotoGP point scoring system. 25 for first, 20 for second, 16 for third. Big point gap here. So we are covering the front of the field the most. However, I'm sure it's just as packed in the backfield. We just can't cover it at all. Oil is going to come out. Berdang slip sliding around. He's got the oil queued up. Runs into Inigo by, might have been a battery. More oil. Inigo's going to go straight through it, and a battery out of Berdang. Where Kippy? Good question. Oil. Berdang going to go straight through it. Kondrakov and Kotick. Oh my. The battle for second is on. More oils. I do think some of these are avoidable, but and a battery out of Berdang. And the Shockwave going to come in a good time with a zap to boot. Inigo going to catch Kippy with that. And there's our Kippy. There's our Kippy. Tova looking to lock down first. Kotick in a smooth second. Inigo trying to hold on for third. And those oils on the bridge are really effective sometimes. Sometimes they're not effective at all. But on the downslope, that looked incredibly effective. Shockwave hitting two out of Kippy. Holding on through the rockets, stealing himself, cycling. Inigo gonna aim to be passed. Holding on. A pickup queued by Kippy. And it is a zap. Sending Inigo back. Kondrakov in the Hummer, holding on for more. Kotick in second. Kippy finds him. But he... And the ball? The ball? It's the ball! The ball. Nuff said. Nuff said. Wallyson trying to finish in seventh. Ahead of Inigo. He fell back way deep. Roddick. Ball bearings make the world go round. It's been said. All right. And Jeromu with an unfavorable AMW finish. AMW fans are in shambles. They're in shambles. Da Vinci. Da Vinci. Okay, up next, Rooftops. This is a DC track. Got some Inigo fans in the house. Yes, we have had people. BGM, I know, is a big Inigo fan as well. BGM usually in here. But Inigo, bit of a dark horse. He has insane potential to show up in a lot of these races, but sometimes just barely falling short. Now, pickups on race is another deal entirely, but we have been seeing how some racers have really put on a strategic advantage with those pickups. No cap. Philo. Early lead with the zap. Early second place with the zap. AF. Enough said. Philo doing some Tony Hawk stunts. And Lopezka aiming for more. Do we have the live standings? Good point, Urak. Let's load them up. Okay, they'll be ready at the beginning of it, or I'm sorry, at the end of this race. Thank you, Urak. Cheers to Nick. I can read those off too. Go ahead and if you get them up for me, thank you very much. In the meantime, Kotick in first, Lopezka in second, Kippy in third. A surprising first place position for Kotick, as it has been. I don't know. I wouldn't say like it was said in chat. We've had a different first place every single time, but it has seemed like familiar faces have been near the front of a lot of these races. Lopezka and Kippy being two of them. Kotick has been more getting pushed around in the mix. Midfield, Wallison also with a fourth place position here. Kondrakov is going to run into that fake. Can't make that Hummer recovery work to his advantage. Tova going to smack into it as well. Do some crowd surfing. Toyeka, 10th place. Huge group of racers here. Berdang in 7th. Inigo making his way through the crowd, through the jungle. Not the best place for fake, just going to lead to a pretty good bounce for Inigo right away. You know, flipping towards the front. Wallison has fallen back one. Kondrakov barely dodging the oil from the looks of things. He's making it work at least on that straightaway. Kippy in third. Lopezka hunting down Kotick in first, and he is cycling for some pickups, so we'll see what he's able to grab onto. We are just going to see him continue to cycle zaps and right into a bomb, and he is honking, but it's an inherent risk when you cycle like a psycho, and it is what it is. He gets not the best bounces, has to repo on an upslope, and Kippy is now going to be hunting him down. 3 zaps in a row for our boy Lopezka, the leader of our event. Of the RVRL Division 3, I should say, the current leader of RVRL Division 3 with a win last week in week 1. We also had Tova in second, Jeromu in third. 100-meter differential between Kondrakov and Wallison. But it looks like the backfield of cars has just been getting brawled upon. Tova making waves for sure, making his way through that oil. It's going to be all right. Continue to hunt down Berdang, and he'll have Kondrakov nearby as well. Or no, he'll have Wallison nearby as well. So we are headed towards the front of the field as Inigo has fallen back. Jeromu not able to make anything work, and Kotick goes for the star just to take it. And Lopezka with a second, Kippy third, Kondrakov fourth. Very large gaps here, nothing doing for any of these racers. 5th for Wallison, and the star does come out. I don't think he needed to use it at all, but he does just choose to use it because he likes it, because it's a star, and he got it and he earned it, so why not use it kind of situation. Berdang, Titan. Oh, Tova trying to find a pass on Titan. I believe Titan actually just passed up Tova. Tova, maybe, I think he did cycle. Gets caught by the very tail end of a shockwave. Berdang. Ooh, I did not know you could finish like that. I'm not gonna lie. Very nice finish by Berdang. Roddick trying to sneak through. He runs into the back of Berdang. He's honking at him. Inigo in 9th. Did find, I think, like one position. Then we got Philo and Jeromu. Okay, so let's try to check out these standings. How should, okay. Let's try this. Boom. So these are the scores without... Let me update these. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, no, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. We're good. We're good. Relax. Okay. Just I accidentally pressed the hotkey instead of saying ready. And the true a clutteredness of my scenes started to come into reality for just a moment there, but we're good. I kept it controlled for the most part. We're fine. And now, does this currently have Kippy or not? Let me check. Let's try to upload it one more time. There it is. Those are the current standings as we do head into Toy World. So we are headed into the race. You got a little taste of the standings. It is still look like Kippy on the lead. Thank you, G-Force. Kippy. Early lead does get nipped by that rocket. A couple people, whoa! Tova struggling. Tova got a star though, it looks like. Might have been another battery situation, but seemed like he triggered that star to me. Now Inigo does still have the lead in first. Sure, Lampert. I mean, that was a good small pause. It was just, I kind of went crazy there and wasted a lot of time, but Tova. And it is Lopesca the La Ponga. I just noticed it. We were busy with so much craziness, and he does gonna have the bomb passed to him. Does not manage to pass it back to Inigo, and the Ponga is going to be struggling a little bit. But holding on to fifth, passing up Berdang. Not the best position to be in, right behind Berdang, but. Yes, Nick, thank you. Another star coming out. Kippy scooting by. Tova in first, Inigo in second. Great position for Tova. We still got room to work with. He's gonna get a spike strip situation created as he zaps a bunch of people, and also we saw another spike strip on the piano. That is going to be incredibly detrimental to every single racer except Tova, pretty much, and the racers in the back. So another zap coming out from Berdang. I don't think he's going to collide with anybody, but if the balloons hit him, and a third star for our race. Hello, Revolt Devs. What is going on? Lopesca in the Ponga. He's got a vengeance with these stupid Toyekas. These stupid, dumb Toyekas. They gotta go. It's Ponga time. And he is making his way through the zaps in full effect, though. Roddick making the most of his, and sweet little wreck zap to just really stick it to the Ponga. And Lopesca gonna get instant revenge with the rocket. Lap 6 of 7, Berdang out in second, Lopesca in third, Kippy nearby. Rocket. More coming out for Kotick, spins him as well, perfect 360. Through the battery, execution. Holding on to third is Kotick. And so we begin our final lap. I agree with you, Nick. I think we could see some Cougars. I think the reason why people don't want to play Cougar is very slow acceleration and pickups are on. Simple as that. And that's actually why I was advocating for the Humma earlier. As we see the double oil come out, Kippy can't maintain control. Hello, Revolt Devs. Now that I have you on the phone, we need to talk. Kippy finds a pass, but then a 180 into a zap, and he might have flown too close to the sun as he loses 2 more positions for his greed, and then he takes them right back because of an oil. And let's go. Sever hopping into the lobby as well. Burdanga second place. Indeed. We've got Tova out in first. Kotick in third. I'm assuming Lopez is going to say each time you use a zap. Yeah. The crash zaps coming out in full effect. Indeed. No more podium for Kippy. I will, if we do have time, sure, I'll go ahead and do it like this. What I do is I go back to the lobby and then I go back in and everyone sees that I haven't completed the game and everyone points and laughs at me. And then I swap to the scores. Oh, but I have to press the escape or the enter button. Boom. Tova making his way into second. And in fact, Kotick in third. They both passed up Lopeska. Burdang in a nice fifth place with a good lead over Roddick and Kondrakov. 2 points between the two of them. The race continues quite closely. We are ready to hop over. I'll say ready. Jeromu notably been struggling in the AMW, not able to make it work. Kondrakov middle of the field with the Hummer. Tight top four indeed. And we're headed to a crowd favorite, the crowd being me. It's time for some Ghost Town. I'm thinking of a special pickup. I'm thinking of a very special pickup. We're gonna see who's able to use it and who throws it away, because these do often get just tossed and thrown away in the trash. But they can also be incredibly impactful if used correctly. Now, that shockwave was found a bit late, otherwise it could have been extremely impactful in the U-turn around the gallows. As they head their way up, they've got to be careful of that little pole sticking out of the ground. It catches a ton of people off who try to wall ride that position, and we may see a lot more oils on that portion of the track than we did see this lap. Roddick managing to thrive in this scenario until he gets zapped. And that zap going to catch just about everyone in the backfield, so only getting passed up by Kotick. Tries to pass the bomb, can't do it. Spike strip up ahead. Kippy Lopeska and Roddick force break. Even gets to pass the bomb, and the zap comes out and a star. Let's see up front field already an oil. We'll see who that catches. Another oil. Everybody, that's a Lopeska oil right there for your membrane. And there's 5, 6 of them caught up. Meantime, zaps coming out. Up ahead, Kippy leading by 35 meters. I'm flipping through a lot. Do not worry. Double zap. We're going to stay right here on Lopeska for a bit. As we see, he takes the outside routing to avoid the oil. Kondrakov, Roddick, Kotick, all going to hit that. We've got more oils up ahead. Not yet. That oil was completely thrown away. Whoever used that one there. And beautiful oil up. They got airtime headed into that. Perfect line for them to all be forced to run into the oil. Shockwave compounds the issue. Another oncoming shockwave. We also had an oncoming zap making some moves. Roddick in third, but he's got a bomb. Lopeska with the bounce into 2 wheels on the oil. That's kind of surprising on that outside oil. Boom, hits it again on the airtime oil. Around the gallows he goes. He runs into another oil, and Kippy is managing to break away here. No one going to catch him with a zap, fortunately for him. Kotick leading the charge in third. There's a big group here. Kondrakov spinning around. Lap 5 of 8, making his way through the house up to Oil City. Population Kotick. Kondrakov, Roddick gonna dodge it, lays a new oil. Tova gonna be running into that one. Inigo colliding as well, but sets himself up perfectly. Titan spinning around 180, gets passed up by Seber, and there's another oil on it. Tova versus Roddick versus Kondrakov for 4th. And up ahead, we've got a battle for first. Lopeska, Kippy. Kippy gonna zap 2, and it looked like Lopeska got past the bomb and was sitting in an oil. So he's gonna lose 1 position, driving in reverse, trying to catch Kotick. Beautiful 180. Looking at the positives here. Looking at the positives. Kotick maintaining oil, gonna be dodged by most, not by Kondrakov, who goes on the inside. Seber. Oncoming zap. Wallyson gonna get hit by a zap as well from the looks of things. Big ol' oil. Roddick just going to drive straight through it and hit oncoming traffic on accident. Oops. Lopezka going to show oncoming traffic as well and get past bombed by non-oncoming traffic. Gotcha. And let's see. Ooh, can't quite make his way through the wall ride either. Bounce, not into the fake, and full recovery and dodges the oil. That was actually kind of a blessing in disguise for Lopezka as he passes up Kondrakov with all that. Well, actually, I think it was still Roddick out in the lead here, so never mind that. It is going to be Kippy, Kotick. Will it be Roddick? Yes, it will. Lopezka going to drop a ball bearing. Kondrakov and not going to collide with that. He is going to run just straight head first into it. My bad. Should have seen that coming. Tova finishes Inigo in 8th and Berdanga in 9th. Sever fighting with Jeromu for 10th. Whole lot of lap shooting for sure. Tova is heated. And yeah, that is a dub out of Kippy. Another excellent performance out of Kotick as well. Okay, and so I will do this again to try to get our... And then we press enter. And then we go to scene. And there we go. Kippy, 125. Kotick, 114. Tova versus Lopezka, 2-point differential there for third. Our final podium position. Roddick and Berdang, 3 points between the two of them. Kondrakov, middle of the field, 76 with the Humma. And Inigo Wallison, 3-point separation. Inigo has had a slow start. Inigo, a very tenacious driver. So, headed to Toy World 2, I will remind y'all, we actually have not driven either of the Toy Tanics yet. So, if you thought this race was coming to an end, you thought wrong. We've got a number of races left. We've got another supermarket. We've got another ghost town. We've got both Toy Tanics. So, really, the huge bangers of this series are all coming up, and they're going to be very, I'm thinking of an adjective, but it's just not coming. Chaotic. Let's go with chaotic. Sever out in second. Talk about chaos. From back of the field for his first two, up all the way to the front field. Will he be able to hold on to it? Sever, a lover of teams races. Will he? So he knows these stock tracks very well, is what I'm trying to say. And he's very used to using pickups too. So we'll see if he's got what it takes. Is going to pop the battery. Not the most favorable zone, and the fake pickup going to lead to a Kippy pass. But Kippy running face first into the beach ball. And Sever's going to take that right back and say, thanks, Revolt devs. I appreciate that. Sever with the defensive zap, a double oil. Kippy shockwave saying, get out of my face with that zap. Berdang, Titan. Devs, please fix this. Berdang versus Titan. Blue Toyeka versus trusty Blue Toyeka. Titan getting the battery is going to vroom on away. Sever dropping down to third with the bomb on his head, and he's going to get stopped by the bookcase as well. Titan versus Berdang. He has indeed found another zap to his name. Cycling. Titan trying to hit, but he can't. Titan barely able to correct himself, but Berdang possibly dodging the oil, and Berdang. Batterista Berdang. 75 meters for Kippy Kotick. 75 meters for Kippy Berdang. Titan. It looked favorable, but he's going to spend a lot of time on that. The battery does come out, and Titan up in the 4th place. A great position for him. Making the battery work especially well too. I think there might have been oil there, but it looked like it evaporated. Maybe a fake. Tova in 5th. Seber trying to do some damage control, not working out so far. Kondraka, very aggressive rocket, but runs into the oil and has an accident at it to add injury to boot. Titan hunting down Tova for fourth. Tova forced to be reckoned with, as we've said, in this Division 3, and getting a very favorable run through that oil. Kotick is going to finish us out in first. My bad, that finish came out of nowhere. Berdang in third. Tova caught up. Oh, Tova popping a battery, not at the best time. Titan's going to find the pass into fourth. Tova into fifth. Kondraka in sixth. Seber in seventh. Did lose a number of positions, but probably going to feel all right with the seventh place. Not as going to feel as good about an eighth place if that happened, but Roddick not going to find it. Ninth, 10th for the Brazilians, Wallison and Filho. We got Lopesca sneaking in there, and Inigo and Jeromu. Inigo, Jeromu, and Lopesca there at the back. The only person who can stop Berdang is Berdang himself. Very philosophical Power 8. I like it a lot. That was an Inigo rip, but it was a rip for a lot of our typical top racers. They did kind of fall back in this race a little bit. And our updated scores, Kotick is chasing. We see Kotick coming out of nowhere. Kotick was not necessarily on our Division 3 radar going into this race. Of course, I know Kotick. Of course, Kotick is a good racer, but second place in this honestly stacked field, Lopesca, Kippy, Tova, we got Berdang, we got Inigo, there's Jeromu, of course. Now, Jeromu has not been doing well in this race with the MAV, but usually Jeromu toppling heads. But Kotick is out there hunting down first. And we'll see if he's able to do it. One track that I forgot to mention was the second Toys in the Hood, a absolute favorite of mine as well. And we'll see. This is a very technical track, a very finicky track. There is a track named Bridge developed by Ertzu that is just the bridge jump a whole bunch of times because that section of the stage is that iconic. The pickups are going to be coming out. The zap mostly diffused by these drivers using offensive pickups like rockets and water balloons to toss them into a corner. Roddick is going to be the victim of some aggression. Kotick, Kondraka, Kippy racing for first as they go for their first taste of the bridge. Kippy nailing it. Kotick somewhat doing all right. Kondraka doing decently. Seber doing all right. Lopesca has been our worst jump so far, getting turned around with the 180, but we didn't see many people landing on the bridge in general. No offense, Lopesca, at all intended. He does get caught up in some more pickups. Okay, and the backfield is heavy. A whole lot of oil, and they're gonna have to go through more. Berdang with some creative driving, making the most of it, but then he collides with the more impactful oil and hits the fake pickup. This is a terrible race for Berdang so far. He's really been getting bullied, but not as badly as Jeromu, who is occupying our 13th place position. Kippy not going to be able to connect with the bridge, but it was pretty good. Kondraka up under the other bridge. That's not where you want to be. Battery is going to bail him out there. Kotick seeming to have a battery as well. Maybe one of those had the star, but Kotick has been our racer to watch, and he's in the third place. Zap coming out is just going to be ultimately a cycle. Tova, Inigo, all of our top racers here near the front this time around are racers to watch. Roddick is in this. Wallison has been putting on a show, I'll say. Wallison has been getting some top, not all the time finishes, but Wallison has surprised me. I haven't heard of him before, but he's really putting in work here in Division 3. Seber trying to find his footing. Lopesca definitely trying to find his footing. Barely ahead of Wallison here as they fight it out. Titan, Berdang trying to recover, but it's so much work. Philo and Jeromu. And we flip back towards the front. Kippy, in fact, going for a lap on lap 4. Already trying to lap some drivers, and he has lapped his first. Kippy, a mesmerizing performance here on Toys in the Hood. Let's see him go for it. Boom. A boom. Kondrakov, it's decent. It's decent. Boom. Kotick wants this first place. Kotick really wants this first place. Tova making it decently work. Lopeska trying to find it, getting the short end of the stick once again. I would say there is a degree of chance behind this. So Lopeska has been getting hit. Kippy is talking in all chat during the race. Interesting, interesting. Kotick trying to trace down Kondrakov here in lap 5. Apparently Jeromu doing some stuff that Kippy does not like, but battery popped into the bridge and an airbud moment. What's the movie with Robin Williams? With he has the green bouncy stuff and they put on the shoes and they play basketball and they jump really high. That was what happened with Kotick right there as he pops the battery into the bridge and he overtakes through the canopy against Kondrakov and he takes second. Kotick wants this win. Now he is faced with a fake and he is going to expertly drive around it 170 meters behind Kippy. Can't catch him. Of course, William Adama. Tova driving in reverse. We love to see it. Will he take the bridge in reverse? No, Tova. No, it's too powerful. You can't do it. Decent execution there. He's going to try to get caught by Roddick. It's not going to happen. Okay, he does finish it up. Lopeska in 6th, Inigo in 7th. Neither one of them getting the performance that they so desired, I'm sure. Kondrakov's typing as well. Oh, he's typing to Kotick. Oh my. Oh no. Mayhem breaking out here on Toys in the Hood 2. We have an all-out bar fight in the text chat. I can't even read it. I don't know what's going on. They might just be saying, hey dude, nice race. So I'm completely editorializing this conversation, but it is what it is. We're here on the final lap. Philo and Jeromu going to try to catch with the battery. No. Jeromu. Oh, he almost does it. He honestly almost did it. He almost did it. That was kind of crazy. He's definitely sent that one. How to not avoid fakes. A guide by Kondrakov. It was Flubber. Thank you, Steez. Yes, the movie is Flubber. Great movie. Great movie. Great actor. Shout out to Dantex. Welcome. Kippy on the lead by 11 points with a nice first place finish, adding 5 points to his score against Kotick there in Toys in the Hood 2. Tova 20 points behind, starting to fall behind. Not able, I mean, he still has a chance to replicate that second place that he got last week, but it's going to take some work. Lopeska in 4th on the back of some unfavorable pickups and general things happening. Berdang, Roddick, Kondrakov, the fight to watch. 3 points between them. We are starting, but Berdang, Roddick, Kondrakov, keep your mind on them as we watch the race because they are locked in. 1 point differential between all three of them. Waltanic 1 shortly behind Waltanic 2. You love to see it. I do think of the Toytanics a bit as intermissions in an otherwise incredibly intense race, but with the pickups on, it's going to add a new element, especially the one and only oil. Will we see it coming out here? Guess today. There's one catching Jeromu. We did have the zap way early off. It's going to segment the racers drastically. Will we see the star? It looks like Kippy went for it, lost some time, but he is going to use it at a perfect spot. The oil as well, catching a whole bunch of racers off. Kotick getting hit by the zap, and that's going to be incredibly impactful Keep in mind, Kotick is trying to challenge Kippy for first. Flip it towards the front. Kippy out in the lead with another first. Strong. It's not out of the woods yet, though. Lopeska has found a battery and he's cycling for more. We've got Roddick in third. Inigo in fourth. Lopeska's getting turned around. Okay. And Roddick's gotten turned around too. And Inigo, I might just say that could be an oil. And in fact it is. And it's going to impact pretty much everybody except the people coming up right now. So this is a big chance for people like Tova and Bourdain to get their feet back into the action, especially Kotick. A 9th place is not going to cut it against Kippy's first. More oils on the play. Bourdain 2 wheels in. He makes it through. Battery pop, running straight head first into a fake to try to cycle for some more. And 7th place is all right. Kotick, some big dreams, but not able to make them into big realities. Kippy going to avoid that evaporating oil. Kippy Lopeska first, second. 125 meters. Roddick runs into the fake. Inigo avoiding. Okay. Spike strip, not going to catch anybody else, but it is going to bring all these other racers a lot closer. Kondrakov, Wallison, Bourdain still not able to find his footing. We're on lap 3 or 4, and I'm flipping through quite a lot. I do apologize, but out in first, second, we've got Kippy Lopeska continuing. Not a whole lot to watch here. Roddick, Inigo, Kondrakov. I think this is our race to tune into here. Inigo holding on to the Humma out of Kondrakov. Shockwave, not going to be impactful. Could have held on to that for perhaps a turn or something like that. Maybe right here, it could have been very strong. Okay, so Roddick actually had a collision. Oh no, Inigo losing out so heavily on that. Kondrakov actually going to be the biggest winner of this situation. Will Bourdain be able to catch for the podium? Batterista around the corner and on the straightaway, and he's gonna find it. The 3rd place. Roddick with a zap on Inigo. Tova again not able to find footing in 8th. He did it. That's all we gotta say. Jeromu with the 10th place finish. It has been all right for Jeromu, and oh no, Kotick with the 12th place in one of our final races. That is definitely going to put him behind Kippy by a pretty large margin. Now I do have to hold my FN key for just a second, and we are good to go. Headed to museum. That's right, we've got our next museum. Very fun track to watch. Maybe a bit more intense to actually drive on. Kippy breaking away. Kotick holding on quite powerfully there. Tova and Lopeska, 1 point between the two of them. Bourdain, Kondrakov, Roddick continues. Titan trying to get a piece of that action. Inigo and Wallison continuing to duel it out as well. All the way down the field, we've got big hitters. Tova trying to make the recovery work against Lopeska is definitely a highlight here, and we are headed through. Ah, okay, thanks, Keela. Crossroads Simulator Incorporated. Ooh, Roddick losing the lottery. Winning the anti-lottery, we'll say. Double fake, gonna collide with Titan, and it looked like Inigo there. Titan getting spun around some more. Lopeska with a nice little battery. Who gets the star? Nobody gonna go for it here. Nobody. We saw one person go for it as some cars make their way through that jump and pass it, others getting caught up and failing it, and already we're going to see chaos at this U-turn. Titan is the one who found the star. Not able to do a whole... it's all right, but it's nothing too crazy. And let's see how Upfield is doing as Kotick is caught up in 7th, doing a 180. Titan, there's a huge oil that's going to catch Tova and Kippy both. Berdang, Lopeska in 1st, trying to take that 3rd right out of Tova's hands, and we might see it happen as Lopeska already has an 80-meter advantage on track 1. Kippy turned around. Tova. Ooh, Kippy almost hitting himself. That would have been a sight. That would have been a sight to see. Berdang spun around, passing it off to Kippy. It was all part of his evil plan. Kippy's going to try to head-on collide with Lopeska and pass it off, but he's not going to be able to do so. Berdang, Kippy, Tova. The oil comes out. Berdang can't get around it. Kippy getting out of that mostly. Tova and Berdang. Kotick for 5th. Oh, Tova feeling a little bit of pressure. The bomb explodes. It would have been such a good time. The bomb could have exploded when he was in midair, but just a little bit late. Kotick in 5th, Kondrakov 6th, Roddick 7th. So Kondrakov, Roddick, and Berdang. It looks like Berdang is winning out in this little battle. Inigo versus Wallyson. Inigo winning out against Wallyson. Titan in the backfield, going to have trouble catching. And we got Philo back there as well. Lopeska back towards the front. A whole lot of flipping through, as is the case on pickups races. He's got a 100-meter lead. He's going to lose a bit of it there, but it's all right. Kippy on an island, and Berdang trying to hold on to 3rd. I think this is who you'll watch for the moment. Berdang with the battery. Bomb as well. He doesn't repo. Could have maybe gone for the underground repo there, but might not have made it. Tova gonna be dodging that fake. Kondrakov nearby. We're all on lap 4-4, but I don't think it's really worth watching first, second. They were 100 meters away. I guess we can flip and see how they're doing. Let's do it after the U-turn. We're about to see them here caught up in oncoming traffic, maybe, unless they're just that far ahead. Kondrakov in the back of this fight for 3rd. A beautiful oil coming out, going to catch him off. Cycles continuing. That was Kippy. So we didn't see Lopeska, but we did see Kippy. Safe to say, yep, 100 meters still. Berdang versus Tova. And let's see how this finishes out. Berdang cycling for more. He's got one more chance at that pickup as Tova runs off headlong, and he's not even going to be able to catch. Oh, but Berdang has made a crucial error. He's got the zap, though, and he is going to make it work as Tova drops off the other side. Kondrakov trying to lock this down against Roddick, and he is going to be able to make it happen. Kotick having another unfortunate race, and that is going to be him continuing to drop out second. And in fact, it could be Lopeska taking second, or at least challenging it. Inigo in 9th. Oh, we'll move away from that. Titan, Philo, where is Wallyson? Oh my, Wallyson has been struggling, so that's going to be great for Inigo. Berdang used telekinesis on Tova. Berdang was all out of pickups. All he got was a ball bearing, so he used the only option that he had left, which was using telekinesis on Tova and forcing him to veer off towards the right. Incredible analysis, Mighty. Thank you. Okay, let's... I will try that, Keela, but for now this has been working, so we'll just keep rocking this. 2:15 for Kippy. Kotick less than 10 points ahead of Lopezka at this point, only 8 ahead. Cam has fallen back, 13 points now behind Tova. Berdang breaking away from this trio that he was trapped in with Kondrakov and Roddick. But Kondrakov and Roddick not out of the heat yet. All right. I think we're ready to go. Kippy might as well be called Soap, because he whipping. Nice. He might as well be called Whipped Cream. Roddick goes for the repo, and it is going to work out quite well for him. Wallison, Roddick. It's the front two. Kippy. Oh, and Roddick with the dive bomb for the pass, but runs into the oil. Couple races going on the outside there. I like whipping. I like whipping. It's a little variation on it. The star comes out. Kippy out in first once again, has made short work of the deficit that he was in there at the beginning. Kotick trying to consolidate that second place win over Lopezka. He is going to take a rocket to the back. Fall behind Lopezka, loses 2 positions, 3, 4, pressure, nerves setting in the supermarket. We've seen 2 weeks ago at this point, the Revolt Endurance Championship started here on Supermarket. We've seen how much pressure, how much of a challenge it can be for these racers. Now that Berdang zap going to be very impactful, and he's gonna catch Lopezka too, and Lopezka sliding all the way down, but Wallison, his best bud, bails him out there. Lopezka dropping down for the drop down shortcut, but he bails out on the exit. Gets passed by Roddick. Okay. Let's see. 6th place for Kondrakov, but he is behind Berdang, right? And ooh, this 3rd place for Wallison could put him ahead of Indigo. The spike strip coming out on the incline. Roddick drops down, continues to zap a couple people, goes for a repo with the bomb on his back. 4th place. Okay, oh my, Wallison putting in work. Kotick finding a number of positions as well, doing some serious damage control in his kind of overall race against Lopezka. Beautiful oil on the shortcut as well, completely cutting off that. Roddick Airlines. Tova. Gonna get hit hard by that fake. Beautiful position by Kotick. Perfect time to use it. No option but to run straight through it. And they are on lap 5 of 6. Where is the milk? I always be asking that. Where's the best milk? Okay, Berdang, powerful second, is on an island. Wallison, Kotick, Tova battling for 3rd. It's the best they're going to be able to do with 1 lap left to go. Bro thought he was playing battle tag. Ooh, Tova can't find the pass. Kotick! Oh my, Kotick! And he's even going to pass up Wallison here on the incline. And he's got a battery, a 3rd zap, a 3rd star coming out again somehow on this track, which only has 1 natural star placed on it, to my knowledge. Kotick driving around that oil. Kippy finishes out in 1st. It is going to be Berdang in 2nd. Tova trying to hold on to 4th. Wallison, he gets knocked out by Kondrakov. This would be still a great finish for Wallison. Kotick 3rd, Cam 4th. We got Lopesca in 7th. Inigo in 8th. So that's going to be great for Tova, as we are near the final tracks here. Titan, Philo, Seber, and Jeromu in the MV. It was like 4th time on the start. Yeah, that was crazy. Jeromu doing some stunts. Let's go. Seber saying 5th to 13th on lap 5. That is the nature of these races with pickups on and big lobby. It'll happen so fast. $240 points for Kippy. This is all but locked in for him. Kotick breaking away from Lopesca. We've got, I believe, 2 tracks left. Ghost Town and the final Titanic. Tova. 9 points behind Lopesca. Yes, Kippy has won. Berdang still continuing to put in work. And in fact, he's getting closer to Tova than he is to Kondrakov or Roddick. Kondrakov starting to break away on his own right. Inigo, 5-point differential for Wallyson still. And we are beginning one of our final tracks, a fan favorite as well. The gatekeeper of single player. Okay. Shockwaves coming out. Tova, early deficit. Lopesca with the zap, just going to catch off one. Wallyson and Inigo, they're fighting it out, and they are neck and neck as well for that 3rd, 2nd. Inigo in the oil, however, and Roddick wants revenge, and he will find it on Lopesca, and he gets the bomb passed off to him, and he blows up in the turn, but he finds an excellent recovery. Gonna collide head on with Titan, trying to dodge Inigo, and he does. Jeromu in the mix on the AMW. Oil coming out. Lopesca barely able to squeeze through the mine foundations on the sides of the cave. Inigo holding out. Wallyson in 2nd. Wallyson wants to beat Inigo really badly, but Inigo not gonna let it happen. Lopesca getting smacked around. Wallyson, okay, he finds it. He just barely finds it. Inigo 3rd, Roddick 4th. Ooh, oh no. And Kotick, a victim. But keep in mind, Lopesca has been getting hit too, so I think Kotick just gonna continue to hold on. Okay, and we're gonna flip through the field here for a bit. We see Berdang with the bomb into a like do not pass section of the track. Lopesca, who is 3rd overall. Actually, I think it's Tova who's having trouble keeping track of quite all of it. But the oil going to catch 2. These 2 are fighting it out. Lopesca 3rd, thank you very much. Tova 2nd. No, we got Kotick in 2nd. Okay. Tova 4th. That's right. Thank you so much. But Tova's in 13th. Lopesca's in 10th. Oh, I wonder if anybody's going to be able to catch. As we flip towards the front, Kippy, 160 meters. Roddick, Wallyson in 3rd. Kotick in 4th. Okay, let's check out 4th. You're right, Berdang! Berdang is who we've been wondering about. We've got to tune into Berdang here, see how he's doing on lap 6 of 7. He is in 7th place. He's going to be falling behind a whole bunch of people due to a zap. Seber trying to catch him twice, but he doesn't do it. Berdang trying to catch Lopesca as these races come to a finish. We've got Ghost Town and we've got one Titanic, and it will all be over. He's going to pass up Kondrakov. Shout out to Terror. Oh, and a big grouping of racers. Berdang, in fact, could catch 3. Actually, I think that's Kippy passing Berdang with the star. Dodges the fake. Recovers. No, he doesn't recover. He hits the boxes. And Kondrakov out in 6th. And he does pass. Berdang does pass. So he's holding on to 6th here. And Kondrakov, nothing to scoff at in 7th, especially if he can pass Seber. He does collide. Tova is in the mix. He's done some work. He's found a number of positions. And flipping back, sorry guys, flipping back towards the front here. We've got Kotick. We've got Seber. Berdang is who we're trying to watch here. He falls out, and Lopesca even passes him. Lopesca, whoa! And a zap out of nowhere, and Berdang blows up. He's losing it. He's losing it. He does pass Kondrakov. No, he doesn't. That's going to be 9th place for Berdang. And Lopesca saying, fuck this shit. But he got 7th. He's got 2 points ahead, or 2 positions ahead of Berdang. But alas, he says, fuck this shit. We saw so many places. Yeah, alright, that was so hard to watch there at the end. Not in a bad way, but it was so hard for me to follow all of that and have a good spectator experience when all that psychoticness is going on. Now, we do have Titanic 2. Good call, Ewan. Was a tough race for Berdang. Oh, I need to get us our standings as we head in. So these are going to be our final standings as we head into our final race. These are not the final standings, they're the next to final standings. So Berdang, 8 points behind Tova. It's doable. It's doable. Tova, 12 points behind Lopesca. That's also doable. About 15 or more for Lopesca to catch Kotick. Kondrakov and Roddick still fighting it out. Titan, Inigo, and Wallison in a 3-way. Big lead for Kippy. So, gotta keep our eyes on Tova and Berdang, as well as Lopesca. Roddick and Kondrakov in 1-2. Roddick just barely holding on ahead of Kondrakov. Okay, and our final race here, Titanic. Early lead for Kippy. Nothing new here. Will he find the star, though, is the question. A bunch of people getting knocked around left, right, and center. And in fact, Kippy has a zap to add to it. He is going to pass up Roddick, but Roddick's got a couple missiles. This is not necessarily the race to watch, but it is a race for 25 points. Battle of Rockets. Kippy driving in reverse. Yes. Philo in 3rd. Berdang in 4th. And where is Tova? We've got Kotick. We've got Kondrakov. Tova in 9th. You're right, Powerade. Missiles a little bit late for the occasion, but we'll accept it. We'll accept it. Here we shoot fireworks the whole week basically because we're crazy like that. We're really crazy like that. But this is our final race. We've got to stay focused. Berdang trying to hold on to 4th, and he's got a whole field of racers chasing after him, and all he can do is drive in reverse. This is going to be a make or break moment for Berdang as he tries to avoid the Lopesca, and he does have to do a full repo as he gets caught right in a little sarcophagus type deal here on Titanic. Finds the battery, gonna try to be sneaking through a number of racers, one of them being Tova. Oh my, Tova's made his way upfield, 5th place, looking good. Okay, double bomb gets zapped by Wallison. Lopeska with the bomb passes it off to Kippy. Oil galore. Where's our boy? Berdang. Okay. In 9th place, this is not going to be enough. This is not going to be enough. Where is Kotick? Tova's been pushed back. It's going to take a miracle or a number of batteries out of Berdang, though, if he wants to get enough points to pass, points-wise. Lopeska looking strong 3rd place, as we've got Kotick in 2nd, looking for a strong overall 2nd. Of course, I was talking about 3rd overall for Lopeska as well. Roddick and Kotick trying to find some peace and harmony, if possible, and it does look like they are going to agree to a ceasefire. Wallison in 3rd, Kundrakov in 4th. Okay, beautiful bounce out of Kundrakov, and but with Roddick in 2nd, this could be the win for Roddick. I think he was overall in the lead to start. So this is allowed. I mean, for me, I think that's strategic. Like, if you don't shoot, then I don't shoot. Like, that would be a strategic situation for me, and would not count as like grouping or teammating. And of course, we didn't see it all. And I'm just a caster. I could be an idiot. He could have shot him right when I looked away. Tova is going to finish out in 5th. Lopeska finishing out in 6th. And Berdangaranga in 11th, trying to find 2. We will get the official ruling on the play, but don't just take my word saying that they had an agreement or anything as truth, because that's not necessarily the case. GG's indeed. So we are shout out Powerade. Okay, so let's check out our final standings here. Roddick was battling with Kundrakov, and Kotick was defending 2nd, exactly. And so, our final scores, it is, of course, as expected, Kippy out in the lead, 1st place overall for this week. Kotick, 2nd place with 224, defending against Lopeska. In 3rd, Tova not able to catch. Oh no! Out of nowhere! Congratulations to Roddick. We saw Roddick fighting with Kundrakov the entire time, and we thought that was the main deal between Roddick and Kundrakov, but on the back of that poor finish by Berdang, Roddick has passed Berdang by 2 points. So that came out of nowhere. Big surprise there, but it did indeed happen with a top finish by Roddick there on the final track, and an extremely poor finish by Berdang. We saw that 5th place get turned completely on its head. So shout out to shout out to Roddick getting 5th. Berdang 6th, wedging himself between Roddick and Kundrakov there at the very end. Wallison beating out Inigo. That was a race that we had on our radar for a large portion of the second half of the event. Titan getting passed by Wallison in the end there, actually. So Wallison also finding a position there on Titanic. Jeromu was 69 on the AMV. I have to say, nice, but not able to make it work to his advantage. Almost getting passed up by Seber, who did join that session late, and Philo was 64, rounding us out. So that does conclude Division 3, Week 2 of the Revolt Racing League. We will see exactly, Toa. Exactly. We will see Division 2 and Division 1 on Friday and Saturday. So Division 2, Saturday at 19 UTC. I'm sorry, Division 2 Friday at 19 UTC, Division 1 Saturday at 19 UTC. Be there for that if you would like to see more of this. If you are feeling endurance, we've got the Revo Endurance Championship Track 3 on Sunday at, I believe, 18. I think it will start at like 1845 UTC. And then the official race begins at like 1930 UTC. So that is it from me. We will see you around in the chat on the track. Cheers to Roddick. The VOD will be uploaded shortly. Thanks to everyone who tuned in and chatted and got hyped. Yes, GeForce, thank you as well. GG's to all. Glad to have you all here, and we'll be back in a couple days. Cheers, Zama. That's me clapping for y'all. That's me clapping for y'all. All right. See y'all around.